Hello, everyone. This is your weekly 747 update for Copilot. Every Saturday, I'm going to start sending out these videos at 7:47 Pacific Standard Time, which is why it's called the 747 update. And basically, what I'm going to do in these videos is walk through our weekly features update that we post on our flight log every week. And if you haven't looked at our flight log, there's a couple ways you can get there. The first is from our website. If you just click this button up here called Flight Log, or from inside Copilot, there's this support tab in the menu here, and you can just go to Update Notes. And I'll just give you a quick walkthrough of this. We have some really cool features in here. Specifically, one of them is our live flight tracker. This is a live, up-to-date flight tracker of all of the bugs and features we push into Copilot. So if you're really wanting to follow closely what we're doing, this is up to date. You can see it's dated and time stamped. This is this morning, half an hour ago. We just pushed all these updates, and you can keep track of what we're doing in real time, seeing us work on bugs and features. And then below that, we have our flight log. And every week, I grab 3 or 4 of the biggest features that we pushed that week, and there's a little article about it with screenshots. And in these videos, I'm going to be walking through the flight log with you guys, just so that you can get a little glimpse into some of the features we're pushing out, and all that kind of stuff. So watch out for this email every Saturday at 7:47 Pacific Standard Time. And let's walk through what we did this week. So the first thing we added to Copilot this week was the booked out for KPI in the cockpit. And this is this graph right here. And this graph is super cool. It takes into account your employees' budget hours for each week, whether you just have one or multiple. And it gives you basically a capacity of budget hours that you can schedule visits, meetings, anything like that on your schedule. And it'll show you how full each week is based on budget hours, if you have space to schedule things on that week. And it's really great for when you're scheduling. You can quickly go on here. And if you're trying to book a landscape cleanup job that's going to take, 2 to 3 hours, you can go in here and say, you know what, this week doesn't even have 2 to 3 hours, but maybe next week I have 4 hours here that I can put this on the schedule for. It's also great for forecasting when you're going to need to hire another employee. If you notice that your book out for chart is just maxed out for the next 4 weeks continuing, then it might be time to put out an ad to get more employees on there. So this is a great feature that we just launched. It's going to be super useful for doing stuff like that. The next thing we did was viewing estimate on mobile redesign. We had some complaints about when you're looking at an estimate on mobile, how you had to scroll over to the side to view the estimate pricing and all that kind of stuff. And that is now not the case. There's no more side scrolling on estimates needed on mobile. So when you send an estimate to your customers, they can see all the information right up front on the estimate. No more confusion about where that lives. So that's great. Another feature we added was a view option to the schedule calendar to show estimated time on your visits. So you can see there's this little calendar view options button here, and at the bottom, show estimated time. And this will show right here how much estimated time you have for each visit. This is a really nice way to quickly get a glimpse at what today is going to look like, how many budget hours you're using, all that kind of stuff. So it's a great little feature we pushed, show estimated time on calendar. The last thing we did was we simplified the time clock. So up here in the corner, we have our time clock widget for employees to clock in, clock out, clock into different time tracking methods. So when they go on lunch, they can just go in here and click lunch. If they're driving, they can go click driving. And of course, clock out at the end of the day. And all of these categories are editable too. So if you go into your time tracking and categories, here you can add more categories or edit and delete categories from the time tracking clock. So if you don't want to track driving, you don't have to. But otherwise, this is a much simpler, cleaner interface for your employees to accurately track time and for you to get a great idea of what they're doing throughout the day. So that's a nice little redesign as well. So that's all the features we pushed this week. Definitely look out next week to keep up with the update notes and the flight tracker and the flight log, and look out for another 747 update next Saturday. All right, see you guys later.